Welcome up.
Oh. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm not sure if I did the right thing or not with how bad it seems to be affecting them. This week has been awful in that regard.
It's been bad, at times at least, yes, but can't really go back. Unless we are trying to help.
I wish I knew what I could even do in this situation. It's not... It's not being targeted or done intentionally from at least what happened in the middle of it when it hit me again.
I'm unsure whether it is intentional or not, but if I have a chance to try and speak with her at some point, then I can ask her, but otherwise, I'm unsure. But you are simply wanting to help her. Can't really say it's a bad thing.
That was the
As it caused
intent,
anguish,
at
but
least.
you are doing something good.
Yeah. That was the intent, at least.
We need to get the cheese off.
Cheese back.
Are you still on this again?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Understandable.
Let me just...
Oh. I am so lucky it's not me this time. And you know what, with that comment, I'm just gonna stand over the fuck here.
Thanks a lot. Good, Vasika. Yeah, weird.
Aerith?
I don't know what. At a certain age, you become wise. But...
Yeah, but... Look, he's at his face.
Hey, good morning.
Grabs the glue ball, goes at his face.
Hi.
Oh, that burns. I sniffed it.
Anything I can do?
Sniffed glitter. Oh.
High five.
You know, usually that isn't the greatest of things to do in the place we eat.
Yeah.
If there's any way I can help, let me know. Okay?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You can start by helping me try to figure out how to help them feel better.
Hold on for a second.
It's a primary cheese now.
What the fuck is that sound?
I can hear that slap all the way from over there. What's the... Oh.
That you fucking use.
What the fuck is what sound?
Man,
I heard the sound of like someone smacking like a ruler on a desk.
oh, that is
I will be sending that to
I.
or sending it.
The only thing I hear similar to that is the sound of someone's lips smacking if they're eating that loudly.
So, how was...
I don't know.
Well, thank you for letting me...
Maybe. I heard it twice, and that was it.
To hide away from the
Yeah.
chaos that was my dorm this class.
And now I'm hearing it again.
Thank you.
I mean, it's no problem.
I don't know what to tell you then.
Needed a place
I
to
mean-
go in. We had some room.
I'll be sending it to
Fortunately, Kaylin and Hetcha were in, I believe, the entry.
to fucking let people
Okay.
Walk, my brother.
Noted.
say.
I need my homework. I need my work. It's like a waste of cheese. Yes.
You need your homework and you need your work. What do you want?
I may sometimes in the future in case that happens again. Or just visit. I may visit your dorm again in the future. Just to visit.
Nothing singing.
Plan on making our dorm like some sort of vacation home.
Aerith.
No. Don't worry.
By the way, what's the slapping each other with cheese? I don't get it. Is that some sort of...
It's a little prank that I do on a like, truly, like, just want to be a
Come on,
minute.
got it.
No, wait, is that common for some reason?
You, oh, please. The dairy industry, the cheese industry isn't going to collapse anytime soon.
It's not.
won't, but it's still a waste of food.
I don't think
Throw
it
cheese at
really
someone's
was
face.
in danger.
A singular slice of cheese? I don't think I can.
I wasn't really concerned about
every time.
I hope it's a new slice of cheese every fucking time, because I do not want to all of a sudden start finding rotten cheese everywhere.
Yeah, she.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's eaten, so you don't gotta worry about it.
After she.
Oh, never mind.
Did you do my mending homework?
Rotting cheese.
I technically already know the mending rune, but so yes.
Why did I give you the? Did I give you the stone tablet when I did the classroom?
Did you give me a stone tablet? No.
Hello, Gummy.
Okay, then you didn't do it.
She didn't.
I think they didn't as well, but they definitely weren't there. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I already know the rune.
Oh,
Mm.
for crying out loud, I just combed my beard today. And now I'm gonna be finding glitter for it again for an entire week. Yeah.
Probably longer than that, sir.
Most likely.
Do my mending homework.
You know that stuff never comes out.
I already knew mending rune.
You don't need me to mention it. I have found glitter in places like my ear that I did not expect that. Also now up my nose. Was because
Don't. Don't touch her.
Yeah.
You doing alright?
Either way.
No. They're still singing.
Ah,
not interested in.
right, that.
Unfortunately, it's
Oh, my sympathies.
They're not
On that
crying
front.
anymore, at least.
However,
They might be outside.
There's one.
I heard the law lying. So at the very least, you can tell that she's still
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not on purpose. They don't even know what's happening.
I know. I've been wanting to learn now what's happening.
I feel like that's the
At least
worst
one.
part.
like when I thought about it.
I'm on.
No, I actually do want to. No.
But things are going haywire for them.
Few
And the
people
first
seem to
over.
care.
Yeah, I'm gonna start rating shoes. What do you think?
Why are you
Not
rating
for
people's
you.
feet today,
Yeah.
Professor?
I said shoes first and foremost.
Okay.
Where do shoes go,
Fine.
Professor?
I don't blame you.
On your nose, apparently.
Apparently.
And plus,
Because I don't know what
the
help.
majority of students have the same kind of shoes. With
Either
some
for-
exceptions.
This is
Well, I
your
mean,
chance.
Uniform shoes
Let me-
might replace mine
let me
boots
just-
at some point.
It looks like we have quite a variety,
And you
actually.
seem tired.
I gotta get somewhere.
Now you have people
It's
looking at other
tired,
people's
it's fine.
Yes.
I mean,
Are you proud of yourself for this,
What the
Professor?
fuck is that sound?
I don't have normal feet, but
Oh my goodness gracious! Why would you do this to my roommate?
At least we have nice friends. And
You need help or are you good?
Unexpected side effects of running.
Borrow you a moment.
Slice of cheese.
Sure.
It's I think next time
I get
we'll
it.
avoid
When I'm
getting
back
into
home,
it
Lillian.
in the first place.
I would deeply appreciate that very much. I hope to see
some of you
via
eat
link
it.
that I
Eat
offered
it.
you earlier was a
I mean,
significant.
let's be glad that
Of
nobody
course,
has
both high and
a
mana and
diary.
blood cells helping with the consistency.
Diary.
It did help.
Dairy allergy.
Is it just good? Thanks so much.
Good morning,
I
Aerith.
apologize for the harsh tone I used
It's
earlier.
all
as a
good.
It's
Oh.
fine, you were just worried.
No.
Hey, at least we got a good, we're getting a good couple laughs, aren't we?
If there's anything other
Yes,
with me,
yes,
please do
this
let
is a
me
good
know.
start to your
If there's
day.
anything I can do to make up for this.
I'm an Akabane. What do you
Aerith?
expect? I'm a
If
prankster
anything, right
couple.
now, I'm just having a mouse to go and get stuff in the kitchen.
I suppose.
Hi.
First I'm hearing about that.
Good morning. Are you okay?
I legitimately have four
like we were expecting
I
later.
No.
legitimately
I'm gonna walk around so I got the yellow coffee table.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Only one person knows that.
Those things that were tried before just made things worse.
I mean, it was a
I
common
could
thing.
not continue the work I was using and I with the high stress. It was unfair to
There's
on you. As I do so,
no
I
need
deeply apologize for my
stress yourself over it.
Oh, is this your first time seeing him do that?
Yeah, that's something he just does, where he says to me in the Y axis, as they
I
say.
am still getting accustomed to how the school runs and the
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
liveliness, I
I
suppose.
was curious if you were gonna make
So
stuff
of
when
course
you're
there's going to be some clashes
everyone?
I was not prepared for. This is not
But
easy.
if there is anything I can do, please let me know, okay?
I hope you gave them
admittedly, the school puts you into situations that are hard to predict and certainly hard to chase the
Yeah.
ideal for. There's always room for us to learn better.
Morning, you two.
Good morning. Some things that I am quite familiar with, such as with the stars and the cold.
Communicative, as you know.
It is hard to stay quiet and polite when not you, but others tend to mistreat it. But it is not fair
We're
to you
going
for
to
me to
Angie,
treat you the same as the others.
school soon, then hopefully I'll be able to see them again.
I hope to make amends for it. If you ever need anything, please do let me know. I am going around apologizing to the people that I have tried to damage the bridges of.
Down from
It's not glass. It's not glass. It wasn't glass.
in some places, do keep an open mind and open eyes and open ears.
Oh, you're the one who took their leg,
Sometimes
huh?
it is important to
Sorry,
correct
Copper, I wasn't hearing
yes.
things properly.
And
You were gonna ask me something?
honestly, I'm not even saying that you're wrong in that particular case.
Who's
But
you or me when it comes to lessons?
while a mistake is happening, sometimes it cannot be corrected.
And then
Just
try
saying.
to mend the wounds that appear afterwards.
Man, I didn't realize the prize was a leg today.
Hopefully they are not too dire though.
Hick.
This is my only fear.
Honestly, it
Hick.
does not matter. You
So
wanted
far
to
they are
Hick.
leading towards the unfortunate
Hick.
ask me
circumstances.
before me.
And the doom and gloom for the morning. It is still early in the day. Are we still offered some time to make it brighter?
I didn't.
Technically, no, but always, because I'm always being told around.
If you need anything, let me know. I am going to continue doing the cleanup of
I
that
didn't know where it
mess.
was to offer it, so I just
Do try to
Morning,
rest up.
Ian.
I'll let you know though.
Morning.
So I used something like
Mine shouldn't be too long.
We will be going beyond tree shortly. I don't have an actual time frame, but
Everything okay?
it's closer than just on the horizon now.
I'm still, not lying on the floor somewhere.
I made it.
Anyway.
I cooked it. Yeah. Dude, Goop is not edible.
Which is, I hope I'm not interrupting. Later, would it be alright to talk to you about the conversation? I have a lot to apologize for and talk to you on more. As I have talked to Roland and Siegfried, I believe I might have overstepped your boundaries and said things that were too harsh. And was it poorly in my moment of stress? Though that is not a valid excuse for the harm that was done. I wish to deeply apologize and see what ways I can do to make up for it. So if you wish to no longer talk, I said that is also completely understandable. But I do wish to try my best to manage the harm. Of course. Listen. Apologies for interrupting. I hope you two are both doing well. Is it alright if I sit and join your book?
I would say I'm doing well enough.
Thank you.
I'm at least getting answers for the things I look for.
True, but when the cafeteria is as empty as this, it is probably worth permitting to sit beside someone first. When the door is only open seat everywhere. Yes, apologies.
Could you,
I might have an answer.
I still see the cheese.
I guess on the performance, the previous performances.
Offer the drink to choose.
Yeah, that's why I asked if you could.
I have, especially now that I have damage, and I have at least learned across Israel and Neptune
I haven't.
that fighting does not go the way I wish. I don't get to keep the range that I want to. So I need to learn how to fight with a sword.
Is there anything legal for him to do that? I mean, I don't know.
Is there something that some rat can do? They run around knocking the door and usually you go to answer it to say hello to the guest. But by the time you answer the door, they are long on the way. It is usually a display, enormous in its own, but the stars, the first one is a warning, but after that they make the great offense. So it is best to just not do it on accident.
Sure. Whatever you want to do. Just grab it.
Well, you can
I may
now
have
say
some
you're
free
coming to
moments
see the
today.
stars are watching over a person, for example. And then just as you would see which stars are watching over you, you call to one of them.
Learn how to use a blade until I properly use a
Morning
blade.
announcements today. We'll
Just
be
practice
having
won't do anything for me now.
classes today. One with Professor
Opinions
and one with
And
me
even if
later
the body
today.
has passed away, the man now returns to the soul to recycle onto the next life.
Am I yelling now?
So, if they were interested in Sapphire Live, they might show interest in the next one. Apologies, yes. Please scoot over so you're also included.
He didn't hit the button.
They're not yelling.
Okay.
So you should yell out.
It's not amplified, Professor.
It's not amplified?
No.
Yeah.
To speak with the whole
It
chest.
was amplified.
Okay, is this working now?
Yeah.
Good, fuck's sake. There will be a quick morning announcements today. There'll be 2 classes today, one with Professor Copperbeard and one with me. First there'll be Professor Copperbeard's lesson today. When do you want to have that? Okay, 15 minutes from now, it'll be held at the garden. Afterwards, about 30 minutes after that class is finished, I will be having a class within the center classroom. And it will be about a general understanding on Yanshi, the nation. So if you wish to learn a little bit more about the continent, you can come there. It is not mandatory. Besides that, a lot of professors are out today either doing other activities or the headmistress is currently out still doing her business trip. So just a fair warning. Besides that, that should be morning's announcements today.
Wait, is the Copperbeard one mandatory?
I assume Copperbeards will again be on herbology and potions.
You're doing okay?
Quick announcement. If you did my runic homework 2 weeks ago, please turn in the slab. Please, thank you.
I did do it. Yes.
Yeah, he gave us homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like it's a children's story, but why you do not go into ancient buildings or why you do not steal. Pandora and Hell, I think.
It's been hitting her pretty hard this morning.
Exactly. All the vocabulary of the things you find in the edges
Not as bad as earlier in the week,
So I
but
think that more because I did not want children wandering out where there are monsters about.
This is why I wanted to go and check on you.
cursors.
I guess someone going to the lab.
It starts light and then it gets worse.
How was it
Expect a heavy ride today more than likely. Especially if we don't have too many professors, and most people might be busy with listening to the lessons. I'm probably not going to be at the Yanshi one because I have 2 fucking roommates that are from Yanshi, so...
I
anything
live
happens,
there,
if you want to
so
come find
I
me, feel
doubt
free.
I will have much reason to go to.
If things start getting worse, feel free to come and talk to me as well. I will possibly come talk to you if anything starts happening, just so we can try to compare and try to figure out how to kind of snap out of it if we cannot find ways, okay?
Okay.
Try to stay safe, please.
Yeah, we're not bonding at the moment, and it's not like the person that made me. Like,
Your caretaker, it's into your power.
any of you guys, like, it's not like, bending, like, improper, right? Or it's not bending exactly.
Don't we all about our own parents?
For the most part, anyway. I regret nothing. It was worth it.
Still not feeling 100% after a week.
He's legitimately exhausted.
I'm just a bit tired. It's fine. I'm pretty sure Mana wasn't doing well, I think.
I
How are you
legitimately
doing,
dragged
at the
him
very
aside
least?
just to speak to him and ask him what's with it, and now I know, and causing some friends and
I think
people
you'd be
who
more the concern here. I mean, how are you doing, if anything?
I don't want to fully go into it. Regarding what you're likely asking about, perfectly fine.
Good. Okay.
It's, recovered from
Don't
that.
you can laugh
It's,
because of my stupid new pillow, Jamie.
No, if it's about,
I'll meet you
I
at the clinic.
just needed to restore mana. It takes a lot out of
I'm
me
not
to
going back to the clinic.
do
I
that.
refuse.
The
I refuse. I'm not going
problem
back to the
is
clinic. You
not
can't
one
make
that can
me.
be solved with mana right now.
That's there.
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing that can solve this that I know how to do.
To have this conversation with you two, by the way.
Now, sometimes they said that they go into their office. Alright, this can't go in there, the doors don't exist yet. I could just figure out a way to reach them without getting pulled back into it. I don't even know who would want to help in this case. Just bringing up the subject seemed to just be brushed off by people with a desire to not care.
Good morning, Aerith.
Good morning.
I hope you're doing well.
Sadly, I cannot say that I am, but I appreciate the thought.
Well, thoughts on your mind or something?
Not so much my mind, just being swept up in another's.
No.
It has been my own personal hell for the last week. Well, I say personal, it's not just me.
Oh, is this something that I need to be concerned about as well?
Probably, though whether or not it is actually cared about seems to be a very touchy subject, but been getting continually swept back up into insanity's domain over the course of the week. It's starting to happen again. They're not doing it on purpose. I don't hold anything against them, but it is difficult to deal with either way.
That I can see why it's difficult if you're being swept up in someone's mind, and if that's to someone is them, well.
I feel like it's affecting me worse than the others. Not just because of proximity, but I fear that the reason they're not doing as well right now is likely related to what I tried to do to give them something that was nice, and it may have backfired. So, a degree of personal responsibility. And I don't even know where they are to even try to see if there's a way to mend it at least enough that they can center themselves a bit. I already tried bringing it up at least once, and it seemed to just be met with hostility, so I'm a bit reluctant to talk about it with people.
I will say this, I will not view this as hostilities when you bring up this as a concern. As one of my priorities is, well, the well-being of you all. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do to help when it comes to, well, the hazards of you all doing your star shenanigans.
I'm aware. Even ideas of what could help in a situation like that, rather than just being met with sucks to suck, or the equivalent of that. I won't say who basically said that, but I'm sure they'll make it apparent on their own time.
People are quite emotional and acts on emotions sometimes within this academy, as I've noticed.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let them make me feel like it's wrong to care about it, but I admit I'm a bit at a loss. It's uncertain what would actually get through to someone like that. Even if I could theoretically just talk and be heard, which I can, but what does one even say in that situation that would actually help?
Hard to say. as what one should say also depends on what kind of person you're even dealing with in the first place. We all are unique. There's no one word to solve every issue. It had to be carefully considered for each individual.
In this case, I mean the one who's hurting directly, reaching out to them. Because I can't do that. I don't need to summon in order to do that. It's hard not to feel bad when amidst the singing you hear crying as well.
I see.
Just simply coming over here for a second to say, for you, Aerith, Silas said that at some point today, possibly come to him to speak about the things that you're dealing with, possibly, just to talk. And then, for yourself, I hope you are doing fine since the last time I saw you, proper?
I'm doing fine, and
make a note of it.
At some point I might actually wish to speak with you, as a small assignment have come up.
That is fine. I do not mind at all. I don't really have much to say. I might not attend the classes. As for the Yanshi one, two of my roommates are Yanshi. I can just ask them. As for the potions or alchemy one, I'm unsure if I will attend. My brain has been a little bit scattered.
Yeah, just a little.
But I'm free to talk pretty much whenever today. I just also wanted to tell you about Silas saying to have you, in his words, point him in my direction.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Thanks for letting me know.
Of course. Yes, feel free to come and grab me whenever.
Yes, I will.
But I hope you at least have a better day. I would say we, but I do not anticipate that being the case. So I will...
Me and Andraste are at least starting to hear things, so...
Yep.
I expect it to be a long day again.
Very, very long.
I don't...
It's not so much their effects.
What did he say?
It's just a guilt.
Copperbeards?
Yeah, what was Copperbeards gonna be?
I believe alchemy and potions, I believe is what it was.
Oh, the garden! The garden! That's right,
Yeah.
you said the garden.
Yes, garden. Out of character. The one who basically said that was Aaron. Mostly in the sense of, when suggesting, like, basically bringing up that, you know, that this is a problem, that something is wrong, and basically got met with just hostility about the mere idea that, you know, that there's a problem and that they needed to do something about it. It's just like, the sucks to suck comment was more at insanity than Aerith, but Aerith kind of didn't take it too greatly. Granted, that conversation was more between Nue and Aaron, but, you know, ahi ahu.
Let's buy a box.
Yes. But now it's full of face.
What's on my head?
A massive box of alchemy supplies.
What a good color, though.
Is it heavy?
Very much so. I'm a fucking beast.
I cast the alchemy. Get fucked.
Alchemy is not exactly my thing. I might peek in periodically.
Also, if you are still looking for signs, I know where they are.
I
They're
was
in the
peeking.
Grand Hall.
Thank you.
Honestly, I do. It's just I sadly cannot.
How are you?
Not well, but thank you for asking.
That's not good.
Yeah,
Get well.
it's not me that needs to get well. I'm just swept up in it.
You should get in your uniform.
You alright?
No better than I was earlier, so. Yeah.
I guess stick around people while you can.
I was told you were looking for me at some point today.
If you wish to talk with now, we can.
Seeing as I don't really have a particular need or interest in the ongoing class, I am otherwise unoccupied.
Have a seat. We can talk. You're okay. And just know you're interested. Just try not to get too late.
I won't. I'll be there for the next class.
I don't believe they started, so you're good.
I'll leave you two with it. Thank you. Well, they mentioned earlier some concerning things. I heard them over talking since they were close to me, and they mentioned that you woke up screaming or something. Is this correct?
Les woke up. I was already awake. It was... This last week has been just an ongoing battle to maintain awareness of my own actual surroundings and not be swept up in her suffering right now.
I see. May I ask what you saw?
Compared compared to the other times it's been happening, it was a complete replacement of the surroundings. You could have convinced me that I had been taken out of this plane and put into another. But I was in the medical wing one moment, and then it felt like a forest of some kind. Almost like a mire of some kind, but at first it was just me and a table set out for something like tea, except one half of it looked perfectly fine, the other was completely rotten, disheveled. There
When you
was
say a mire,
like
was the description a bit more vibrant around you?
somewhat. It was like inky black waters of sorts amidst the ground.
Maybe is this for something?
Actually, you might be able to. First and foremost, apologies.
It is fine.
My manners escape me. Hello, I'm Hezekiah Fields. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I believe your name is Aerith.
That is correct. Greetings,
Miss
Hezekiah.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I do believe you have some information that might be urgent.
Regarding what?
It came to my attention that you had a meeting with Miss Zwashi.
I did. I was in the company of Miss Sayori and Aaron.
Would you be comfortable relaying the details of that conversation with those of us from the pits?
Beforehand, I hate to be so rude. However, I was having a conversation with them before you came up.
I will be brief. There is not much that really can be said regarding anything to do with the pits, though. Honestly, as far as it seemed when it was brought up in conversation, they seemed to be a bit surprised by the notion that people could potentially fight there for more than just entertainment purposes. She didn't really seem too aware of all of it.
Pardon me. My apologies. It was not my intention to interrupt your conversation. I meant to ask if they could speak on it later.
Well, I do not mean to be so rude, but you did forget the later part.
It's alright. Like I said, there's not really much to say. There was...
The finer details, if you're willing to speak on them, we could possibly discuss later.
I will seek you out.
Very well.
Assuming I am sane.
Apologies.
It is fine.
Let's go. Yep.
Sorry.
You're okay. What you've described, I've also technically been there. When you looked around, outside of this tea set for two, did it seem broken? And I don't mean specifically the tea. I mean everything around you.
A bit. It's hard to exactly describe how it looked there, but
It's fine. I've seen it.
When I got there, it was set up in such a way that there were 6 chairs there. 4 of them were occupied with dolls. I recognized 3 of them. It was one of trickery, one of her, one of their wife, insanity,
Wanted to make sure.
and then the 4th one, I honestly cannot tell you who they were.
I see.
But
Then describe the last one. If you can. If you remember any details from the last one. One you're unfamiliar with.
I didn't really retain anything well from that.
It's fine.
I didn't get much time to look around when
So, what this means is there's one of 2 options on what might have happened. I will tell you this, seeing as you're also in the group, and I trust you, seeing as you are capable with the information. Just don't go sharing it so brazenly. I will ask. Which I know you know discretion, so I know I don't have to warn you, but I say it anyways. After your moment with Lyra, especially in the Star Room, when you left, I attempted to do something a bit bold, but I wanted to make sure that you 2 were fine, to see if I could get answers. What I noticed was that Insanity's power has been slipping, their domain losing control. The thing that concerned me was, sure, they are the Star of Insanity, but for it to happen so out of the blue concerned me. So I attempted to delve into their domain. And I did. However, I'm not sure if it was theirs or their wives. The reason why I am unsure, when I forced myself to sleep, I expended all of my mana to knock myself out, unconscious, to force my other spell to activate. When I woke up in a similar thing as you described. A set of tea for 2. A forest, oddly colored, very vibrant. But there was no one there. And there were 2 features that stood out to me the most. 1, the domain itself was collapsing. It was being torn apart. And second, above us, or me, there were giant claw marks, like something was trying to get in. Now, stars are not known for being able to go into other domains, at least commonly. Which leads me to believe that something happened with their wife, and they tried to stop it, but they could do nothing. Which is what started making them lose control.
Part of me fears that it's my fault, then.
Unlikely.
Remember, I was the one who brought them into that room the first time.
Maybe. However, they were forgotten regardless. You might have sped it up, but we only know how long before their case would be put on trial. It could have been the day after. We don't know. Putting it on yourself does nothing but make it worse for yourself. But the thing that concerns me the most, not only did I see those 2 features, when I was forced out, and I mean forced, I heard a noise, like a knock, or, depending on the case, a gavel. Like someone trying to ask for order in a court. Which means 2 options. Either 1, someone was knocking trying to get into the domain again. Or 2nd, the case and jury are being formed, and we're running out of No, I have no.
And this was before the heraldry last week then.
I'm
Unless,
unsure if you done
did you?
heraldry throughout the week.
I have not.
I did it after your incident with Lyra, when you started mentioning you were hearing things.
Yes, and her wife was summoned 2 times in a row. Later that day. One by normal means, and then another, Virtues called out to protection, did something to the podium, and then forced them back out. But something else happened during that first summon. She looked right at me, my general direction. I don't know if she saw me, but she started reaching towards me. These bluish silver veins went up their arm, and the shackles around their wrist shattered for a second. They were reaching towards me, saying, so close, yet out of reach, and my staff became heavy upon my back as they did that. Like she could tell I was there. Like she wanted me to do something.
Maybe not you.
It stayed heavy until I intervened with trickery and Roland.
Right. Potentially, maybe not you, but what you possess. It's possible it's also you as well. But if that responded, there's a connection, without a doubt. The only thing that concerns me, if that was after my attempt.
Were you there when Roland summoned trickery and there was a bit of an overlay? There was a bit of an overlay of domains, trickeries, and his wives. I could see her, but he couldn't. I think they were trying to get to each other. I felt it again at that point. And based off what trickery had called them before, I held it, imagined the idea of taking a pair of scissors and snapping them shut. I severed the domains right down the middle. They got stitched together. Half of it was his, half of it was the cell. And for a time, Trickery's domain was covering the door. I'm not even sure if anyone could have gotten in there, but as soon as they got close to each other, my hold was weakening just like last time. But whatever it is, it can cut through the boundaries between stars' domains and merge them. For at least a little while.
Concerning indeed.
What I don't know is what would have happened if either I willingly or unwillingly released control of it while the star that didn't belong on that side was still over there. Would they remain? Regardless, Only then, after that summoning ended, did it feel its normal weight. And for a brief moment I could see its real form, but it faded the moment I tried to touch it.
What was it?
The shape of handles appeared, just like the scissors I'd imagined. Like they were sheathed.
Oh boy.
Whatever it is, the members of that court, that trickery and insanity are a part of, likely know of it now. But at the same time, it seems to hurt them just as much to even have the chance to intervene, so I don't even know if it is right to want to help them like this. The act strains me. I wanted to give them a sign that they're still there with their own eyes. I don't know if it's give them the way out that they need. Let them not be held like this for things that likely are not anywhere near as bad as probably what they were made out to be, in order to silence them.
Do me a favor. When you feel yourself capable again, bring this up to Irenaeus, and then tell him to find me.
I already told him about what was happening with the state of insanity, and all he had to meet with it was just disdain for the entire idea, because, as he put it, insanity is insane, that's their whole point. Why and question the notion that we should care about their well-being. But they are just as important to potentially helping retrieve their wife from the court.
I understand his thought about insanity.
If we disregard the well-being of the ones that are tied to those we are trying to help, what's to say that if we even succeeded, that they would just be convinced to scorn us for the way that we treated those who cared about them?
I don't disagree. His views are much more stern than mine.
As I've noticed.
Now, as much as I don't agree with their methods, nor am I a big fan of them, I may dislike insanity. However, I do not wish for them to suffer. And all the same, their wife. Now, maybe that is also me being greedy, as their wife has potential to help me as well with my condition.
Admitting one's bias is not a bad thing.
I know.
It means that you're aware of what drives you to want to help.
As much as I may not wish to help insanity, after the tricks they have attempted to pull on me, I still do not wish for them to suffer.
It would be one thing if they were doing this of their own volition, lashing out for trying to help. I would feel hurt. Not angry, but hurt. But at the end of it all, after I had tried to run and nearly got torn to pieces by something that was hunting me there. Those mice appeared again, pleading with me to drink the tea that made it stop last time, and parts of her own domain are reaching out for help, fully aware that it's not them consciously acting. They don't even know this is happening. And when it finally faded, when it was just the singing again, I could hear them crying. I think only in that last moment did I even realize I might have been there. Because they tried to comfort me from afar.
Then I know my task. More than likely a strenuous one. But if it can be done, then I will do it. It seems it's time to start collecting evidence.
Is there anything I can do here?
With what?
Just helping make this right. I feel responsible for having given them a moment of hope and having it torn away from them. I want to be able to make this
You seem to misunderstand.
end.
In fact, I'd say you did the opposite. Sure, they had a moment of fear. But in that same moment of fear, you gave them hope. Showed them there's a chance, even if it got ripped from in front of them. You still exist, as well as the rest of the people in the school that might be able to help. That is hope. Now, granted, it probably sucks a lot right now, and they are probably suffering a great deal. But the fact that they haven't fully slipped yet means that they're still trying to hold on, and that also might be because of you. And if you can still be that ray of hope until we can manage to stop it, that's help enough. I apologize. But I ask you to trust me. If I have gone too close, I am sorry.
Thank you.
I will refrain of it next time. I have a bad habit of putting my hand on shoulders when I attempt to comfort.
No, it's okay.
Not clear.
Either
way. Be the ray of hope that they deserve. And if you can keep them holding on...
Should I try to reach them then?
Not yet. Reaching for them will only do them worse. Especially if whoever's dragging them away notices. We have to be careful. Your presence for now might have been enough to give them hope.
They don't deserve to suffer alone.
Maybe not. But realistically, what can we do? We can't snap our fingers and fix it. It takes time.
I'm not suggesting that, but...
I know. But
sometimes the worst thing is that when one is suffering like that, they think that there's not a single person who cares about their well-being.
If that's the case, you've already proven them wrong. If you didn't care, you wouldn't have looked at them. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be reaching out. Though you might not be reaching out to them, you're reaching out to others that can help them. Fear is paralyzing. Hope is strengthening. You've given them that. Now, you've done what you can, and you've given them the information you can. Rely on the others around you to help you get there. And there might be something you can help me with, at least. I'm not entirely sure what it means, but if what you say is true with those scissors of yours, there might be something you can help me with specifically, which also might allow my capability to open up more. Do you remember the discussion I gave you with Pink when I ran into them?
Yes.
Well, something was attempting to tug at my chain, whatever that means. Which means either I'm limited and bound, or something's trying to reel me in. If you could snip that option.
Chains got broken the same time that it grew heavy on my back. Maybe.
It's a theory.
I don't fully know if I can control it yet. It is...
Maybe not. But
part of its abilities are likely sealed along with likely many memories of the stars.
Maybe. But it activated once and it can activate again. The only way we're gonna learn is if we try. And if we don't find the right solution to get it to activate, then we'll find another one. Now, at least from what I can say, the common consensus is that a star was present. Both times the stars were present was when it changed. When you had the capability. I so happen to be a pupil of one. And I'm sure if I put in the favor, she might be willing to oversee to, maybe being a catalyst. And it's up to you. Don't feel obligated. I apologize for last time.
Air.
That works for me.
I was taught that one by a visitor recently. A bit of a workaround. Comfort.
I understand.
But regarding your request,
for touching you so sudden.
I would like to try. It's clear that it is something that could potentially help significantly in our efforts to
my
find
theory
them.
And hope is that if your scissors are able to snip this tether that I have, potentially that is my limiter. What is preventing me from being able to fully help? And if I can get rid of it, and I can open up the possibilities, there is a chance that I can save a lot more than just one.
When do you
maybe
want
I'm
to
putting it too much.
attempt such a thing?
We can attempt later this week. Today, probably not.
Yeah.
I think it's best for you to take the day to recover, rather than relying on my theory. I will probably inform Sayori of it as well, so that she's aware. If she tells the others, that's up to her.
Okay.
But I at least wish for her to be informed when we attempt this, as I do think,
So,
as much as it is also
my
a limiter, it could also just
question,
be my life.
the tether that you speak of, have you seen this before? Have you felt it?
No. But according to Pink, they saw it and were attempting to stop it. Whatever it is and goal that was behind the original, it's not unreasonable to think of.
But it's at least not a tether to, at least if you believe it to be a star that you know of, correct?
That I don't know. In their words, they said, I reached to lift your tethered chain, but faltered, bound by an unseen strain. A life truly divine.
I see.
If they were attempting to help my tethered chain, that means something was trying to pull it, or do something with it. And obviously enough.
Attention, everybody. My Yanxi class will begin within the classroom in the center of the tree in 15 minutes.
These are all theories for now.
Do be aware I cannot guarantee what may or may not happen if it actually does work.
That's fine. Aerith,
Are you comfortable with the idea that it could very well harm you grievously?
Yes.
I see.
You would be surprised with the extent that I would go to save whoever I can. Especially a being higher than myself. If it does...
I suppose that makes two of us then, considering I knew what was about to happen when I tried to intervene with Pink anyways, and I swear that this was about to break its way out of my body.
You have to remember, everything we do is theories. We have nothing to back it up. All we can do is attempt to prepare for it and learn what we can. And if we can't learn anything, it's dangerous, but to be fair, at this point, everything we do is dangerous, especially with the stars. So going into everything thinking it's going to be dangerous and harmful is the right idea. The question is, are you okay with it? And at least for mine, I can answer confidently yes. We can't get things done.
I imagine that my answer was probably yes many years ago when whatever happened, that the memory of it was taken from me. But it had to do with the stars as well. Or at least the capabilities I had. I had this staff back then.
Try not to get in your own head. It seems like you've had a lot of stuff in there put in for you. Might not have to be a little empty for now.
I try to. It's mostly just trying to not get swept up in things that I am powerless to avoid the current of.
I understand. I get it.
But
caution is advised, but that does not stop us from our objective.
Right. But if you do let Sayori know and they don't object to it later this week, it's maybe, from what I can tell, perhaps the more that I try to guide my memory back of how it's used, it might lead me to what sealed it in the first place. It could help fix it. And in the process, fix me.
The most we can do is try. Nothing will get done unless we attempt.
I agree. Do I even attend a class about a country that I live in?
You probably don't need to. I will be, as I am not entirely familiar with it.
Hello.
Fair enough. Hello, Roland.
Why do you have a giant paintbrush?
That is how I cast my magic.
Huh, I never actually noticed or realized it before. Neat.
What I paint comes to life.
Oh, that's interesting.
if something ends up happening, then yes. Hey, Aerith. Everyone's fine so far. You've been good.
Yeah,
You've been good.
yeah, I found Silas, so.
It is good.
And it was a helpful interaction compared to
It is
past ones that I've had with other people this week, so.
Well, that is good. I'm glad that I could be of help.
Yeah.
Are you wishing to continue the conversation?
Also, I will need a note for AA Lobby because I will be trying to switch pretty early into it. At least possibly closer to when, like, meeting time is.
For the mind and the soul and the body. That is why I say the mind and the soul also. They too have to exercise. Apologies, I keep getting distracted by the fat conversations. No, such simple things together. Oh no, not at all. It was actually a similar relationship, I believe, to the situation we were talking before. Not the negative, but the current objectives and goals in life right now. But no, many things are better with friends, whether it be sharing a meal, enjoying the breeze of the morning, watching a sunset, or looking in the library of a book.
I'll keep that in mind.
I am always willing to offer if it is not being too presumptuous. So if it is being presumptuous, I deeply apologize. I admit I am all too eager to have friends to hang out with and talk about such things.
Everyone here.
Apologies.
No.
I do not mean to not notice you.
I was just listening in. I did not wish to contribute to the ever continuing distractions of side conversations. As you put
It
it.
happens quite a lot. It is perfectly fine. I admit I kind of keep my head on a swivel with how much information is coming out around me. It is hard to only rely on the ears when there's too much to listen to. But,
Yes, I'm
That is true.
increasingly aware of
Oh.
such things, yes.
I wanted to ask you, how are you holding up from the summoning?
I have recovered from the intervention that was had, if that is what you are asking about.
Yes, it is. I was worried about the co-op the last time and the comments that Turkey had made after we did the stunt with Insanity and the wife.
It was,
But I'm very glad this was much better.
well, yes and no. Compared to last time, I don't know best way to put it, but last time I didn't technically stitch two domains together. I had just opened a hole in one for another to step through. This was a bit more severe, though it is
So it was best.
becoming a bit more apparent what gets cut, I guess.
Between the domains and the courts.
My question is, and this is something that I can't exactly test easily, is that the only thing it can cut, and more importantly, does it cause strain to just keep the bridge maintained if people that don't belong on one side remain on their own? Could they talk across the barrier without straining? Especially
In theory, that is
considering
sound, actually.
considering also that the door was covered by the safe domain in this case.
So we also have to keep in mind the variable is the nose volume. When we did the stunt with Insanity and Lynn, there was too much commotion and panic, both on our end and on theirs. For that I deeply apologize for. I was worried it would crack you in two.
No,
and I did
no,
not wish
I
to
mean,
see another student.
you are not wrong in thinking that it was, considering that we probably stopped the other summonings at the last, probably possible second. But it's okay because I did it knowing that was going to happen this time.
Yes.
So,
The other concern is the commotion we caused. I do not know if you were there when Emilia summoned her.
I was.
And then Virtues did his stunt.
I witnessed both of them. That was honestly what made me aware of it, because that first summoning, I'm not sure if you had overheard. Do you remember when they had reached out and the chains on their wrists started breaking off?
Yes, it is similar to when we did our summoning. It is when you're not being selfish of a star. That is when they have more flexibility.
They were doing it reaching towards me, and when they did that, the staff became heavier, like it was reacting to them. And it remained as such.
The large scream, or the large roaring came. Now, you're hearing the large
There's a few
roaring
more
in the
variables
distance.
we have to look into this. So I do not wish to make things up anymore, so I will have a talk. Is something the matter?
Oh no, not again.
Oh no, is Insanity messing with you again?
Again, not intentionally, but it's not insanity I'm worried about. It's the roaring of the thing that tried to tear me apart last time. Fuck, they're nearby again.
Listen to my
Do we need
voice.
to get Virtues, if he can even help?
He's
She
about to
cannot
be
cause you
teaching a
any
class.
harm under the veil.
I can't.
For now?
I don't think there's anything he can do to interfere with this.
I was gonna say, the class doesn't matter if a student's being messed with by a star's domain entirely.
It's, I know, but...
We are here.
Can we get her inside the tree?
Last time I tried to run away from it, it just...
Mother.
The world changed around me, and the only way out was through the help of the mice bringing the cure again. But... everything looks the same right now, that's the problem. I just hear the roaring.
Fucking piece of shit. Fuck. Anyway, keep an eye on her.
What? Huh?
Winter, don't worry.
Lyra.
Oh,
check on
yeah.
Lyra.
She's affected too, just in case.
Aerith, I need you to come take a seat, okay? Since you have an
okay.
adverse reaction to physical contact, I need you to take a seat and anchor yourself in reality for a bit.
Okay.
As you are not going to be armed, I'm going to take a seat next to you. I am not going to touch you, so I do not wish to cause you any sort of harm or discomfort or any sort of backlash. But I am going to talk to you as I need you to focus on the voices of us around you. Apologies if it may be overwhelming of the senses. It is a way to anchor someone when they are not able to tell the difference between reality and either an illusion, hallucination, or a memory that is pushing itself forward.
Understood.
Let's focus on the talk we had about your domain and Lyra. Yes? Lynn.
Right, yes.
If anything
give you
seems
the
out of the ordinary... If anything seems out of the ordinary, just pivot your attention back to myself or to Rowan and the words that are being said. If you visually cannot see such things, I want you to think about the ritual room and the feeling you had when holding your staff as a way to anchor yourself. Whether it be the pain you temporarily felt, or the moment of relief when you were able to bring the two back together. But strong emotions that can ground you in a moment of control will help you with this.
It's funny, emotions were very strong, but it was also ironically probably their proximity that was causing the backlash against me.
Of course.
Okay, I went to go
If you
let
s-
Lyra know she's not being affected as of this moment, but I don't know how long that will last, considering
Would you be... Is she in class right now?
she's not in class. She's speaking with Giovanni at the moment.
Could I
not
be so
alone.
selfish to ask you to keep an eye on her? When she's done with her conversation, we can bring her over here so it is easier to keep an eye on both patients.
Yeah, I'll go keep an eye on her.
Thank you. Apologies. But with this anchor, if you think about it theoretically, it is like folding a piece of paper over and poking a hole through it, while the paper is constantly trying to force itself to unfold. I do not know.
What was the question?
I only see them hovering.
Rowan can walk and use his legs. So it might be the exhaustion from the low mana.
I believe he prefers floating around, but yes, he nearly expended all of his mana a week ago doing something, and well, even a week doesn't really bring it
I have
back.
good news, Esteban.
Well, I can tell you if it's good or not.
Well, the good news I have for you is the stars that you were asking me about along with Menace. We have the actual name now. As saying the title is dangerous, we can say her name, and the name is Bartholomew.
Bartholomew?
Yes.
That's a rock one?
Yes, that is the one that you were asked to look into as you brought me and Menace. So this good news, we have his name, we have an idea for the course of action that was caught as a crime. 2 ideas of what it could be, either the fact that they have a son that is ruling Zeron, which sounds to be Oberon, or the fact that they take a fall for something in order to, as the... what is the word she said? To keep the will and the spirits? No, the will and the something, what was it again? The will... Full of will and chance, that was the word. So they sacrifice themselves to get caught in order to protect others. We do not know who those others yet are. So when she talks to her, I'm going to ask him if he can ask her who those people were. And once we get those names, we have new connections to talk to. And once the headmistress is back, I told Virtues I need to talk to her about Oberon. As the current ruler, and apparently the headmistress was a knight before this school. Which I thought the school was very old. Yes, apologies. Well, if they are part of the Forgotten Court among the other cellmates, we have to go through the case. We need the name, the title, and the name of the case, but we cannot speak such things freely or risk the guillotine. But there's loopholes, of course. Yes. It is like playing a child's game, speaking of riddles, making up rules on the spot, and changing the rules when the adults catch on. It is complicated, I agree, but...
bothersome to have to do that, but I understand why.
Is there a spell to make a compass or something that points to forbidden stars or something?
There we go.
No, but there are possibly people that may have some kind of tether to them, depending on the individual.
How do we use that tether?
Excellent question. I could not necessarily tell you.
No.
And keep taking my voice away. So I have an answer for your question.
It depends if they want to. That's my thing.
So, the answer to your question.
Oh well,
Well, I was able to traverse the Forgotten Court before coming across the stars that is... What we presume one of the wardens, as they were not in a cell and they kicked them out. But they were able to traverse there and give the names, including one of the names they found was Bartholomew's, but we did not know who it belonged to. But now we know because of her telling Pearl. Now we only have 2 other names that we do not know who they belong to. Those 2 names currently that are... If I'm remembering it correctly, it is Aurea and Ambrosia. Those 2 names we do not know who they belong to yet.
I have an idea.
Of course.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm very.
Of course I will.
To these magic spell thingies. Couldn't we turn anyone into a compass? Given that
when I asked my questions about who is the star that watches me the closest, that being the star that has the most connection to me.
Because
Wouldn't it be possible to use that connection to kind of like a, what do they call it? Like a, I guess a tether, or like a
Problem.
Like a signal.
We don't know if the connection goes both ways. If I stare at you, that's simply that.
That's the thing. So I'm wondering.
There's a way to see both ways, but I do not know the full context yet. People keep murmuring about seeing these threads on people, so I do not know anything of it. Roland mentions the pink threads, the Starry mentioned red threads.
I mean,
but I have no clue how you can see them.
We continually summon the stars, even if they're imprisoned, which ends up, you know, a two-way
Hurting them.
connection, having the wardens or whatever getting upset.
There is a way around it. You see, summonings that I do, it's painless. The only issue is sometimes other stars may intervene when I offer my hand to one in need. As you saw it, we were able to remove three of their cuffs, and I was able to call upon unity without them being in pain, so... The Red One was not a fan of it and swiftly sought after revenge on it. But for a moment they had respite of no thorns in their body. For a moment they could breathe, they could speak, they could see their sun. Though captured stars like Unity and Freedom are different than the cellmates, it is a similar thing. And as I mentioned to you, when we are not selfish to the stars, it gives them more breathing room. As my uncle would say, no more conversations is fine, but when you ask certain questions, that's when the chains hurt.
Seems any way that we try to make a connection or something to track them, or anything really, it just results in either the wardens getting pissed off and hurting the star, or the warden getting pissed off and hurting the student.
Has that happened?
Oh, I thought that did I misinterpret that?
I don't think there's ever been a case where the warden has lashed out against the individual. The only specific case they were mentioning was when someone was traversing the court, came across them, and were effectively ejected from the domain.
I'm sorry.
But to...
Because then the star can get...
Hello, Aerith. How are you doing?
Do you see the large creature
But no, they were
that was trying to
leave
crush
and they will
you
talk to them later.
walk by
You may ask a
on the
question, I want to
hill,
answer that real quick first.
and then suddenly just disappear?
As now we can only talk to the stars that are related to the culprits, so that way we may show that they are innocent, both with eyewitness reports.
I'm here.
Hello? Hello?
It was there.
Not you.
It just disappeared though. But it was right there. I saw it.
Oh boy.
What is that?
It's things that are causing you distress that are not there. Focus on Rowan, on the green little gem.
It's
on the
hard not to
purple
focus
flower.
on it. The thing tried to physically shatter me
I
last
know.
time.
I know.
And it probably could.
Apologies. They cannot harm you here. Not with us here with you.
So many different races.
The Insanity's domain has been bleeding out everywhere. So based on how Ionea's put it, she's intentionally been not doing anything on it, so I do not know how true that is.
She is not
I mean,
doing this on
her
purpose.
Her wife's in jail. She's
That's why I
very
believe it is not
sad, so it's
intentional.
probably-
Her own domain was is aware of this fact and was asking for help.
That is why I do not believe it is intentional. As I've seen her writing in her breakdown after her wife was first summoned. I want to try and help her.
If they were trying to do this on purpose, they wouldn't have tried to comfort me when they became vaguely aware that I had been caught up in it.
It is my favorite analogy I like to bring up. When a person is drowning in the water, you need a trained professional to help drag them out. In a moment of panic, they will flail their arms, unknowingly dragging someone beneath the water with them. It is not their fault, it is a moment of panic as the body is trying to stay alive.
Also,
But
not
they
to
are
be
not
rude
aware
to
of
him,
it.
but I don't exactly take Irenaeus as the shining example of having empathy for another.
Oh my goodness.
I believe
I'll have
it
a-
can be reasoned with.
I do not condone his actions, but I do not blame his thought process. There are things that we are not aware of that he has gone through that has shaped him to be the person he is now.
Still, the point
I'm not the
being
one to
is
speak
that
on his behalf.
if
apologies.
we want to help those who are forgotten, we can't just ignore the well-being of those that are closestly connected to the ones we're trying to help and save, because they're
Exactly.
just as important to the matter, both their willingness to help us and their own
We can
well-being.
act as a courier service and get letters from corruption to insanity, insanity to corruption.
I mean,
Doubtful.
There are a few ideas I
you'd be
admit.
surprised considering what I pulled off, but
I mean, I know Gran and Gramps write my journal, so it's possible.
Insanity has written in my journal along with the pink one. That is how I was aware of the tones of Daisy. So not the rhythm until I heard her voice and until you sung the song to completion. Ah, yes, sir. Yes, you are.
Don't all stars have fragments of themselves? I remember we found Keith somewhere. In the islands. I don't know if any of you were there.
fragments of
I do
themselves,
not-
elaborate? What do you mean by that?
So when during our expedition, we came across an island, and that island had ruins. We went in, and we found a fragment of a star, I believe it was, and it was of my beautiful.
Actually, if starborn are stars that have been rejected to the surface, then wouldn't parts of the star fall the same way too?
I'm thinking that we could possibly, given how I believe magic works, I could be wrong. We can look.
People telling me to take it easy again.
Large.
No.
Okay.
They were talking about
What's
color.
it called?
Ah.
Large culminations of magic, and
Yes.
possibly sense what kind of magic is coming from. So, given the case, for example, you would get a lot.
It would be the constellations. They do not possess magic like we do. They don't have the elements or the signatures that we possess similar to spirits. It is the constellations when you look upon them. But that is good though. We can still have the same principle. If I can see the constellations when they're summoned and I look to them, we can theoretically track it the same way. I am not precise like an angel is, but I can see the signatures.
We just need to
It would help us.
so we know which
I don't like
direction
that
to
face
go.
that you're seeing.
What's your name again? I
I'm going to
forgot
move
it.
out of your. I'm going to move now.
Please
I don't
do.
like this.
Please do.
Okay.
It's what?
They're seeing more things, and apparently it's something to do with me, so I'm gonna be behind.
Right, for sure.
Actually, I'm
back for now.
gonna we walk away now. I just wanted to check on you.
Please do keep yourself near Albert Lyra. If you begin to hallucinate, please do talk to. Good. Use the people around you as anchors and let them know your situation. Oh, I have a basket right here next to me. I have too many cookies.
I've only really
Oh,
spoken.
I'm assuming it's for the
See,
same reason.
here's the
then.
thing. At this point, I feel
It's good cookies, though.
possibly helping in this situation might alleviate the problem we're having, so I am a little biased at this point, but it's also because I care and feel responsible for it getting as bad as it has by what I tried to do.
Blame you, dear. You have no clue what's going on. We tested too many variables at once and took too big of a gamble that we had no information gathered from it other than the repercussions. The repercussions we do not know what it's going to. Was it the volume? Was it what you did? Or was it letting them in?
Asking a star?
We have no way of knowing.
How do you locate them? How do you track
But we have an idea after the second time you did.
I ask?
The volume seems to be a major indicator. Was the water not notice something wrong when the cellmates start acting up and making a
People
ruckus?
that have spoken to the stars, so I may know about them before summoning them.
Yeah.
What you did was amazingly courageous. You gave a respite to the stars who've been there for millennia.
Midna and
You don't know how many errors have been locked away from their loved ones. And as we've learned from Lai,
I don't even know at this point. I'm a bit lost.
and as we've learned from Lai, the longer they're there, the weaker they become.
Those that know them, so I
And as some have been there since the crowning of Oberon, we do not know how few respites they get, their hope diminishing as they're forgetting the warmth of the sun on the skin. It is the same with cellmates with mortals on the Vandiles as it would be with the stars. So you gave them a reminder of what to fight for, as their loved ones, their wives. As the fact that their cries will never be falling on deaf ears again is not to give anyone hope. To rekindle that flame, to keep fighting forward and being patient that a bright tomorrow will be there. And the tortures they face today will be a long distant forgotten yesterday.
I do plan to talk to them. We had plans to have a conversation.
I just wish there was more I could do for those who aren't locked up right now but are having to watch this happen.
Were they there today then?
Doing more than enough here. You're intervening. This is something the stars cannot do. That is why they have pupils.
I mean,
we intervene where they cannot. We are the loophole.
I mean in the sense of
So they are somewhere.
not so much intervening, just
Or in the room.
someone when they're suffering alone.
Then you will be the comforting shoulder. You will lend them an ear to cry to you, so all their sorrows will be lent onto you, so you may carry their burden for them.
I just
So
don't
that
know
is
how
not
to.
something I would ask of you.
I don't know how exactly to reach them in this case.
So you,
I mean, it's apparent that they're reaching me, but they aren't aware that they're reaching me, which makes it difficult. Also, I am okay interacting with them. Their domain kind of scares me. Also, their domain tried to kill me. He's trying to kill me. I know it's still there. I can't see it. I know it's here.
Hallie's domain is a bit shenaniganery.
I suppose it is one way to put it, so I admit I am unaware of the domain fully.
It's also possible that, similar to trickery and pink, there might be a case of domain overlap.
Hello, Lillian.
Hello.
There might be. They are
Because
in court.
for a brief while,
Gran and Gramps' domain was blending together.
it was, and from possible comparison notes, the same might be happening here, but it may not be as clean. I don't know the best way to put it.
Like Unsanity's domain blending into the actual world itself and not,
Well,
with another's domain.
No, I mean that it might be
I don't know.
potentially blending with Lynn's.
I see, okay.
Sorry to bother you anyway. Are you busy by any chance or no?
You wish to talk? If it is alright, I can excuse myself and come back, Aerith.
Oh,
As long as you two are willing
we-
to keep a company. So,
I can bring Aerith along if you wish, actually.
if it is alright, could we have this conversation right here then? I do not feel right leaving Aerith alone. I don't know.
Oh, right. Oh, right. I'm like getting confused because there's a conversation happening behind me, but it's about me, and it's. Can you come around to this side, please, so I can see? Thank you.
Apologies for touching your shoulder earlier, too.
No, you.
If there's a way to get your attention again when you're having a moment, is there something else I can do?
Just
in case my voice is not enough.
Calling out is okay, or just visual stimuli. it's I just, yeah, visual or just voice. Voice gets through eventually.
I mean, if you need
I was
visual
just a bit.
stimuli, we can just play patty cake.
That would require me to. Actually, no. You can you can play it in the air, I guess. Technically. No, but I.
That is a fun way to share forgotten constellations, by the way. Me and Lai played a game of patty cake to figure out who had what broken constellation.
Really?
Again, we treat this like a childish game. It is like the children's stories of Alice going down and playing little games with all the creatures around her. So I suppose it is a befitting name that Rickory said to me, I guess. But apologies, you had questions for me, dear Leah. I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
No, it's perfectly fine. Mainly just understanding what happened recently is the best way to put it. Knowing that I'm not an expert on star heraldry.
No worries.
You're gonna have to narrow it down.
But I also would need you and Silas as well. Just your expertise on this.
We become expert by sharing everything we know, and from together we make a whole collective book that delivers a true hole and gap we do not know. It is a team's objective, I will say.
I'm staying in the shadows. Apologies. I'm making sure you don't see me.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, what is that?
Sorry, I'm trying my best to
Oh,
not
it's
be in
very
your
clearly
sights, and I
Guppy's
was
marker.
running
What do you mean, what
around.
is that? Oh, there it goes. It's finally fading away.
Were you not able to find Silas?
You know
Laura?
what I
He might be
mean.
in one of the. He might be in one of the dorms. I literally checked everywhere.
I think he's in the class.
I'm going to appear. Do not turn around now, Aerith. Just letting.
It's
you
okay. It was just for a brief moment. It's just your face is starting to distort a little bit, and I didn't want to see it possibly tear
I
apart or
think Silas
something.
might be in the bums class about Yanshi.
Yes, he is in the class. Yes.
Welcome back.
Because that's where he went after he and I were having a talk about
I will be back.
similar
Again.
matters.
I'm going to stop.
After the class, will just have to talk to me also. Yancy. About the location I believe we'll be going to.
Yeah, I
It is important
didn't
to learn about the
exactly
location.
go to a class about the place I live. I figured it was going to be a lot of redundant information, and
It was mostly just basic stuff.
also not really wanting to potentially disrupt the class if, having a problem. So,
Yeah.
I just...
Wait, what questions do you have about the stars?
Yeah, let's go back to
Let's
that.
go, and then I will tell you the thing I was going to say.
So, I guess I should say this. Now, this is mainly for Niue. Do you know any star domains that are just, well, a jail cell by any chance?
But you see, for talking goals.
He was in the room. However, he was talking to Irenaeus and Aura, so I'm letting that be.
Oh, they are. Yeah, that's not the book to be had.
Fair enough.
Also,
I was still in the shadows and
regarding jail cell, yes. It's...
Yeah, that's for the forgotten.
The forgotten courses. That is where the cellmates are kept. Stars that are meant to be slipped under the rug to be dealt with another time, as they put it. So I admit we are being quite annoying to their plans and making a disruption of all.
Good, I don't intend to lose Gran.
In terms of the
Exactly, me
domain,
neither.
I guess, was there always a forgotten star in said domain?
Do not know for sure. There's the stars they have forgotten, the archives and memories that are lost from the people of the Vandiles, but they also archive the stars that are not meant to be remembered.
Forgotten Star is
She
different than
does.
Forgotten Court.
I meant if she knows anything about me in particular.
I guess, in case I don't know of the question, there is a star of Forgotten, but it is not the same thing as the Forgotten Court. They are not the same thing.
So what is the context of what is being talked about for the full thing?
The jail cell. So they're asking about the courts of jail cells. I'm bringing up the Forgotten Court.
Or something?
Then... Oh, I keep it
Not exactly. My mother actually told me about them because they used to talked to them in their youth. Apparently, this star,
Hey, Star,
Hugo,
can you keep an eye on things
used
for
to be
me?
part of what's called the academic court.
Academic court. I believe that is one that Gien, which is one of my stars, is a part of.
Oh, yeah, Jin.
So one thing I will preface this and warn you before this conversation keeps getting jumped around. When it comes to the forgotten courts, you have to be very cautious on what you say aloud. For example, you cannot speak their titles or the name of the crime, specifically the case name, without risking the harm on the star. So there are loopholes around it, but again, you must be careful when context is applied. Winter and Silas tried to use these loopholes, so Winter got a bit lazy and some more crosshair appeared above him before the sound of sharpening metal. So, when it comes to the stars, you cannot pick their title, and you cannot outreachly summon them without risking harm on them. So sometimes it is not always a case of causing harm, it is a gamble you have to weigh in caution.
Well,
When it comes to the apologies, but to...
No, you're fine, you're fine.
To real quickly answer the other question that got interrupted, so on which star was there before, it is not fully known, as a court is needed to be kept in order for the star to remain. That is why Unity is having issues being above ground, so they're not a forgotten court star. They are still captured in a similar thing caused by the red one and the gold one. So, in order for the court to exist, the domain exists at the same time. So in a way, it is a question of what came first, the chicken or the egg.
I will say I do have an idea on who might be the considerable warden, I guess, quote unquote. It's an idea from just one of the ones I've slightly encountered.
We know of two wardens. There's the one that is a split man and woman, and it is silence. So I believe the split man and woman is the one that is responsible for the stars, constellations being, without saying the title, shaken about and no longer in the proper form.
Torn. So I'm just going to
yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
One that I am possibly thinking that I might know, and it was in one that I had heard. I believe it was more of a feminine voice, but it was one that we heard the voice of that made us do an activity before we could talk to Pink.
The wardens that I was referring to is a man and a woman split in the middle. Harlai had talked to them. They were wandering freely in the highways of the court, and when they spotted Lai, they told them to leave immediately, but they wish to talk to you more. But the issue is, when someone else was summoning the stars that watch over them, they were seen being dragged away by static before silence appeared. And then another person, they were seen fighting off the red threads of the star we will not name. So,
Perhaps that
the
means
question
they
of the
are
hierarchy.
possibly a bit more agreeable
Unruly.
one to talk to.
They are. They did tell Lai to speak to them again in more proper measures. So
So
the
we can
questions
argue for
in...
visitation.
I mean, it is the same as court, no? A lawyer must be a person who is representing the client in front of the government, whether they are innocent or guilty, has the visitation right to speak to the client. So it
I'm
is a
thinking,
similar
I'm not
mindset.
much of a lawyer. I'm just thinking, like, if this is a jail, can we argue
That
to
could kill
visit
them.
said star in jail, though? I don't know.
So we have to follow the rules.
It's something to ask. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
It's not that simple.
And even
Siva,
those
it makes me
virtues
uncomfortable
calling
that you're
for
sitting here
protection to
watching
provide
this
distraction.
conversation so closely.
I do not know the kind of harm that they have gone through, as you have seen a bit summoned yourself. The scarring across her body is from the red star herself, causing her physical torment.
Could we summon the red star and trap them, like how they keep trapping the other stars?
That sounds like a very bad idea, considering they've told us not to do that. I think that's more of a...
Capable of doing that.
If you don't succeed in that, the likelihood of that causing extreme harm upon anyone in the vicinity is very high.
Even you do, the veil will break.
Not to mention, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, If we keep this division between the stars along with the Vandiles, unity will never be free. So we have to figure a way to... the Star of Unity
Stupid-ass game that's being played.
is the parent of Europa. They and Freedom both have been captured by Destiny, and the Red One, covered in thorns and tortured for who knows how long. Maybe even longer than...
Just talk to them.
Yes, we can. I admit I have many questions I need to be asked for them. One of which being that the pink one was the judge between the two, red and gold. They would know why they were seen.
Summoning
No longer useful.
Destiny whenever we're in the Star Heraldry room. It's just no one's done it yet.
I need someone else to do it, I'm
Well,
afraid.
someone has, but they
If I-
didn't outright summon them by name. They chose them, and also that might have been...
I could see it.
That probably means that she's listening.
We are underneath her veil. She is the reason why we are safe.
But she wasn't summoned by name, but they were one of the stars watching over Lou, and Lou brought them forward. So I've seen them summoned once.
Currently practicing a practice court. The Destiny with Winter being the first one to practice. So that way we understand how to argue with the stars under a court of jury to get the innocence of someone.
Did they
But
specify
the issue is,
what the subject matter of that would even be? Like, what's the practice
yes.
matter on?
I cannot speak it as Winter was not able to say the case name, as again it follows under the same jurisdiction of the title.
Okay, so
But
it's
again,
it's one of the actual cases then.
It's a mock court. A mock practice of it. Again, it is better to become familiar with how things will go before the repercussions of killing a star. Again, we must figure out the names, the titles, the case of the name, the crimes they are accused of, and then we need evidence to argue it behind it and silver of doubt. Which is why we need witnesses, stars that know the culprit. Also, apologies, Lillian, I'd raise your hand.
No, you're fine. I wanted to mention with, Pogo, I never got a title. I just have the name for my mother, is all.
Pogo?
I don't know if that name's familiar to any of you at all.
It is another name that will be added to the list of names we do not currently have, including Ambrosia and Oya. But now Pogo is added to that list. I suppose you find out the solution for one. That is why I'm helping organize this as a center point of this. As we currently have been...
Similarities between two of the names, just that's going to be confusing to keep track of.
We
Just
get
a
used to
little bit.
silences and Valkyrie. We'll get used to this too. But real quick, to the Destiny comment, I would offer to talk to Destiny, but the main important thing is we need to spread the attention of this. So we have 3 months of distractions to have more wiggle room. We need to all spread out our efforts so that way the attention isn't drawn to one of us. If they catch one of us doing all their work,
One of us or
they kill
one
us
of
off and the problem's
the
dealt.
individuals of interest, because I'm worried about Lynn's well-being given what was pulled a week ago.
I agree.
Fucking bum.
You,
Yes, I'm still angry.
Rowan, and I am too. I've used a sharp tone on you and others, and I deeply apologize again for that. As
Not
for
you,
Lynn's
talking
case,
about what...
I know, but I still should not have been so sharp towards you. But when it comes to our case, I believe Ananias is going to be the lawyer and arguing in the court for it. So for now, all I can get is the evidence and information from the others and eyewitness reports that either you, Rowan, or others can find. And from there, I will collect it and gather it into one place so that way it may be handed out easily to all of you. It is why we have the Star Welcoming Club, so we can give the information, so we are not the ones doing the risky work. It is still risky to talk aloud and know things, that is why this religion is forgotten. Besides the pun of the forgotten court.
Yes.
There's one that is more hands-on. Yes. If you would like, you can also join. It is welcome to everyone, new and old. I admit, since coming here, it is quite difficult to catch up on all the information people know running to and fro. But if there is one center point that information can spread out from, think of it like a spider sitting in the middle of the web. It feeds out and sends vibrations throughout it to the rest of the people there.
Okay, then yeah, I'm taking interest of joining the club
Mm.
to help out.
Perfect.
I still need to talk to more to Forgotten, anyways. I need to talk to them
Mm.
more.
Remind me later tonight and I will send out the paperwork to Sayori. I admit I also need to fill out the paperwork for those who are welcome to joining Girls Club. I had to keep track of so many things. It was
At
quite
least regarding
enjoyable.
the star one, I'd also like that actually.
Anybody
I
want
was
some
hoping
ice
you'd
cream?
ask, but did not want to be presumptuous and come up to you and you were already stressed with other things. But this makes me happy. In that case, both of you come to me later tonight and I will fill up the proper paperwork for you.
If
Hi, you want ice cream?
Passing out by then.
Of course.
Anyway.
Yes,
But also, I'd like to add one
I can also
additional
help.
for girls' night. Celeste is interested.
Perfect. Keep me updated, both
Ice
of you,
cream.
later tonight. I will do all the paperwork at once.
Certainly.
I just don't have that paper on me. I just have my notes.
No, you need to remember me, by the way, since we both were the ones that
Excuse
started
me 1
this out
second.
loud. I realize that I am not on the documentation of that.
Why are you asking about
You
ice
want
cream?
ice cream? You want ice cream? You want ice cream? Here, have some ice cream.
No. Why? It sounds like you're yelling directly into my head.
You want ice cream?
So please
Oh, sorry.
I don't want ice cream. I just was wondering why you're yelling so loud. It's like you're in my head. I don't know why. It's just I have a feeling that you were doing that and don't realize it.
My will for ice cream just came to you.
I noticed. I was very confused.
We don't have context to who was upset at pink as well.
But
Sure,
later-
we assume it could have been red, but it could also be gold. I highly doubt it, but the one
Considering what
kept
was
an eye on the
asked
two of
of Lou, potentially, I would be surprised if it was Gold that was upset at them.
like I said, I doubt it, but we still do not have the context to who was upset.
Apologies, I missed the comment you were saying. I got a bit of a migraine. Apologies.
Alright.
But we could, if anything, we can also ask possibly Sayori on if that could be a good idea, considering to my knowledge they do have relations to Destiny.
Well, she's right there, so you could ask. Well, they were right there, but now they're running away at high speed.
And there goes my stepmother.
Yeah,
And she's gone.
Sayori or
Hang on.
Version
I was going to
can
wave
answer
them
that
over,
question
and then
because
she
they're
fucking
both
vanished.
Yeah, she's just gone.
I'm sorry, I drew attention to them and that just.
Careful!
Please,
Careful!
Yeah,
I know you have a
gonna finish
brain.
that?
Use it.
Oh.
Losing my
little
voice.
mousy
Or did you
eyes.
forget that there's
Everything is
people
being so
right
aggressive
here
to
that
me
you could have
today.
hit?
I
And
won't,
probably the
because
worst
I'm
you
not
could
like
have hit.
you. I can aim.
Alright,
Some
let
of
us
them
not
are
argue
constructs.
amongst each other. Just focus on the objective at hand.
Being a little upset with me.
It is understandable. People are fragile as rocks, but there's no reason to get aggressive. A simple warning of please to be
Yes,
cautious should be fine. Not to slap you both on the wrist, but we should be working with each other, not against one another. Now, apologies, you were asking a question of why can't we do something?
Oh, there's Silas.
Yes, why can't we
Let me
just
go quickly grab him.
summon Destiny, ask them why some of the stars are imprisoned? It shouldn't
That is a
result
hefty
in us-
question. It would have to be done in the ritual room with such information. It is not a casual conversation, but an exchange of information that they have to follow the rules for or face the repercussions either onto you or to themselves. That is why we use the ritual circle. It is a safety net to make sure nothing happens to the summoner or the audience. So,
question.
normally it goes bad. Of course.
Does Destiny get a little bit spicy if someone asks a question they don't like, and in turn they take a little bit of that frustration out on the star that's closest to them?
No, fully, I'll be honest. When it came to seeing Unity, it was gold and red thorns in them. And based on the information that Kokoi said, it was red and gold on Freedom also. Apologies, I'm not as familiar with the interactions with those two. Well, correction, I am not as familiar with the Golden One, so I am unable to answer without any sort of doubt.
Oh well.
Apologies. That's...
Hello, Silas.
Hello, Stomach.
Hello.
Hello, Silas.
Oh, hello, Silas.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, apologies. I got caught in
Fluent
a small convo for a
at all
second.
in any different languages? I know winter is, but... Are you fluent in any other languages?
Yes. Dark and light mana.
I do not know if this is the same language, but could I ask you to read something in the book? Only the small scripture, anything else may be a risk in my health, but... I admit, there's some words here that I cannot read and they hurt my head to see.
Is it
Are
a...
you made of glass or something?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
How does that work?
Homunculus.
Oh, I don't know much about those. Could you be repaired?
I can.
Depending on what is damaged, yes.
Interesting.
But given that those rocks are flying very close to my head and my core is right here in my neck, if you hit the core and it breaks any, there's no fixing that for me. My particular kind of not repairable in that regard if that gets hurt. Unlike the other types.
Need to stop looking at it hurts too much.
He is going to just... Again. Can you give me some extra details, please?
It appeared when I wrote down the name Hugo. It was the...
Oh. Hey, something
appearing behind you.
That would probably be again.
Not really.
Oh.
Considering he just called to them.
I didn't hear that. I was focused on listening to the conversation of these first.
Solarin... Banshees...
I think they're just looking at a book.
Forgotten languages. I see.
Why is everyone just staring at them reading?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has a book.
Communicate.
I can.
Imagine books
I'm
at
waiting
an
for the day
academy.
now that I get to speak with her.
I know.
I am a scholar, you know.
It is a collection of the sacred texts to try and reform the religion of the stars.
Well, you've come across quite the gem there.
Was that one of the things that was written in your book, or was that one that was already there?
After I wrote the name, I tried to read it, but it just hurt more and more to look at. It was why I got distracted when you asked your question. Apologies.
With this, it seemed familiar, but I was not able to discern it, at least with my own knowledge. But thankfully, she knows more about it than I do. I can...
Who, if I may ask?
The Star of Knowledge in Scholars.
So it was Gwen. Good to know.
Yes. And because of my book, technically anything I write in it, she can read over it. It is technically her book.
Is that why Winter asked me questions about my book changing? Yours was blue and he asked if mine ever became that, so... It has never changed in any form. Unless you count the writing.
She gave me this one after an expedition I did for them. So, it'll give her another object to study, which I'm sure she is quite ecstatic about.
Keep me updated. And I will keep you updated on the names. Oh, I do have good news though. Members need to. Oh, there you are.
Oh my
Members,
goodness, apologies.
my
and
Uncle
okay, you also got
Evergreen's
hit by
been
that?
planning pranks lately.
Oh,
He's quite
apologies,
eventful
it did
today.
grab me.
But,
What were you saying?
I have good news. Remember these three names I brought up that I had mentioned? Ambrosia, Ambrosia, Oya, and Bartholomew. We do not know who the names belong to, but we figured out who Bartholomew is. It is Hart's husband.
It's whose husband?
Hart's, the Star family.
I see.
Wait, I'm sorry, you
There's
said
some more leads that I've...
whose half's,
the name that we were given is Bartholomew, meaning the other names that we know of might be their title or a nickname. I am unsure, but I am cautious now knowing that the proper name is Bartholomew. But now we have a new name that was brought up to me. Hugo.
I think, Sayori may actually know which one is being referred to then, as I believe it was something that came up in the talk during our visit to Yanshi.
Hugo, Ambrosia, or...
Bartholomew.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes,
the
we know which
mention-
stars that is. They also have ties to the ruler of Zeon, as that is their son. Meaning, we have a connection of when the headmistress is back, a connection to the ruler of Zeon to talk to via her when she is back. But also, when I talk to Yasashi, I'm going to ask him to ask for more context for the questions that Pearl had given, which is who did he sacrifice himself for to protect the will and the chance of others? Once we know who those are, we can then ask them if they are not a forgotten court members themselves. And from there, we have more witnesses to bring up to the court. Of course, I will write this up properly in the words that are not against the rules of the game. So it may update you, Menace and Yosushi, as you three are the main ones along with Pearls that will be involved with this. When it comes to the court, I leave it to you guys to discuss who would be best suited for it, but I am currently arguing for Menace or you. As long as one of you can keep a calm and level head, regardless of what happens.
Have you had all of your questions answered?
No, you're fine. I learned a lot is the best way to put this scenario.
We did get fairly off track from our original conversation.
Just a bit.
But,
this one reads a lot.
mainly what's weird about when I tried calling out to Hugo was, there were some words on the walls and I couldn't read them. If I tried to, my head would start to spiral, which was very weird. Another thing was, I was told this recently from Suki, extended to Professor Sayori, when trying to summon Hugo, the, Star Heraldry
Not any
room
reason to alarm. I'm going to, I need to step away.
That is not a good thing at all.
Everything's
It is
okay now.
horrible, but it is good to know, so...
More than likely they are
silver lining.
if that is the case.
Extremely forgotten.
The longer down the course, the weaker they become and the more forgotten they are.
I'm going to just take a short